Oh, my, what a glorious day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. But let us remind you, my children, that the Lord has said unto his own, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. You will know them by their fruits. Oh, look at this. Halloween has come early, my little congregation of Vikings, and the Great Pumpkin has brought us all kinds of toys and joy. We are living in this glorious reality where pumpkins have enraged the homophobic Christians of the world. There's jack-o'-lantern emojis all over Twitter, and strange art has invaded the internet that will make you question your sexual preference with respect to fruity goodness. There's even a flag. So, how did we get to this point? Well, it started with this.
A conference exposing the reprobates. The name of our conference is Make America Straight Again.
Fucking cringe, right? But, you know, what do you expect from a bunch of Christians that are willing to sacrifice their phalanges for genocide?
If I had a button on the pulpit, I could push it and every homosexual would fall over dead. I will push it until I break my finger.
Like, he's willing to fucking kill that finger. I wonder what it did. Actually, I probably know what it did. Ugh. So who are these guys? Well, they are the NIFB, the New Independent Fundamental Baptist Church. And they have some gems to share with you.
No normal, natural, hair-legged man thinks it's anywhere near normal to go to bed with another man. It's unnatural. It's not normal. You say, well, do you think that sodomites are pedophile? Yeah, I do. You know, that's what you say, well, you were just sad when they died in Orlando. No, I'm not sad when pedophiles and rapists die.
This is, of course, complete with dramatic music and, well, people leaving because, goddamn, they're really extreme.
And if you don't like it, there's the door. Amen. We hate homosexuals around here because God hates them. Amen. And if anybody else feels compelled to follow those out, follow them out. Amen.
And that's what they advertise to people. Like, that's what they're like going, hey, you wanna come over? This is the tame stuff we got. This is how we loop you in. You wanna join? Anyway, so that was all in their promo for the Make America Straight Again thing. And this is when Mr. Atheist came in.
Today, I'm going to do something I have never done before, and that is show you a video, but also insist that YouTube delete not just the video, but also the channel this video comes from. I once again need to start with a content warning and tell you that I am going to be reviewing a video that contains homophobic hate speech.
And the video was taken down for violating terms of service, and that should have been the end of it. But it wasn't, because the NIFB had a hero to stand in the face of this oppression, this censorship. Enter our hero, Pastor Tommy McMurtry.
Some of you heard about this. I don't want to name this guy because I don't want to give him any more publicity. We'll call him Mr. Pumpkin, all right? Because a pumpkin's the biggest fruit on earth.
And he wants to appeal to your more reasonable sensibilities because everything that I just showed you, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as what's normally said.
It was so nice. It was nothing compared to the preaching I've heard all my life about the queers. I mean, nothing, not even close.
And he wants you to know that he's a pretty cool guy. He preaches against the gays, moderates his comment section, and doesn't afraid of anything.
It's time to grow a backbone. Don't be afraid of Mr. Pumpkin. Folks, the guy's got almost 200,000 subscribers. Like, what was it, 100,000? Like 100,000 people saw that, telling everybody to come after my channel. He can't moderate all the comments. Guess what? I did, all right? It wasn't that hard, okay? Most of the people leaving, it was the same people over and over again. Because you know what? He's not as powerful as he looks. He's not. He's a pansexual.
You know your joke lands when one person in your audience goes, huh. But anyway, after that, fucking Mr. Atheist decided to say, what? Fine, let's up the ante. Let's raise the stakes.
What could this audience do to, say, control some search engines, say Google and the YouTube search engine, to sort of clap back? Well, the first thing you could do is you could go to TommyMcMurtry.com. Now, I know you might think I'm sending you to a website owned by Pastor Tommy McMurtry. No, TommyMcMurtry.com, for the record, has nothing to do with Pastor Tommy McMurtry. TommyMcMurtry.com is totally unaffiliated because I own TommyMcMurtry.com. And right now, if you go to TommyMcMurtry.com, you will be greeted by a website that is filled with sexy pictures of humanoids with pumpkin heads. Some truly attractive, pumpkin-like humans, such as myself.
And then the best part, he provides his audience with a brief lesson in search engine optimization.
At the end of this video, I am going to play a short clip. It'll be less than 2 minutes. It might even be less than a minute, but it'll certainly be less than 2 minutes. This video will then be posted again tomorrow on YouTube, and it'll be called Pastor Tommy McMurtry, Liberty Baptist Church. Let's talk hypotheticals again. If you were to watch this video in its entirety and then go search for Tommy McMurtry or Pastor McMurtry on YouTube and find that same video and watch it again in its entirety, that part's important, watch the whole thing through again, and then maybe search for Liberty Baptist Church and do the exact same thing. Hypothetically, were we to do such a thing, whenever somebody types in Liberty Baptist Church or Tommy McMurtry or these related terms to YouTube, the number one result will be the video that will end this. And again, these videos and these websites like TommyMcMurtry.com are in no way affiliated with Liberty Baptist Church or Tommy McMurtry.
And the video that he released after that has a lot of YouTube personalities in it, including myself. And it asks what I think is a very important question.
I'm not saying that Pastor McMurtry is sexually attracted to pumpkins. I'm just saying I don't know if he is.
I am not saying that Pastor McMurtry is sexually attracted to pumpkins.
So I'm not saying that Pastor McMurtry is sexually attracted to pumpkins.
I'm not saying that Pastor McMurtry is sexually attracted to pumpkins.
But I am saying that we don't really know.
I'm just saying we don't know.
We don't really know.
We don't really know.
We don't really know.
I'm not saying Pastor McMurtry is sexually attracted to pumpkins.
I'm just saying we don't really know.
We just don't really know.
I'm just saying we don't actually know.
I'm just saying we don't really know.
But I am saying we don't really know for sure.
We don't really know.
We're not certain. It's possible. We should ask him.
I'm just saying we don't really know.
And this is where the saga of Gord versus evil stands at the moment. And I want to point out that I think that pagans and atheists alike stand in support of the search of knowledge, and that one way to alleviate our uncertainty around this is to simply ask the question in an honest and earnest manner. Normally, I wouldn't care what someone does in their private time, but let's be clear here. Pastor Tommy McMurtry is the head pastor at a church with some very, very serious opinions on sexuality. And he owes this clarification to his congregation, being a man in leadership. His name seems to appear on websites that feature voluptuous pumpkins and compromising positions, and people have expressed their uncertainty regarding his sexual interest in gourds generally and pumpkins specifically. So we owe it to ourselves and to the broader community of the NIFB to ask this very important question. And I want to clarify, I'll believe him at his word. I have no reason to question it. But I'll also say that I cannot confirm any stories of him spanking pumpkins on the sidewalk or being caught drunkenly passed out in front of his house with a gently used jack-o'-lantern. And he doesn't seem to be taking the question very well. Firstly, he's not answering it. And secondly, he seems to be eliciting the support of Cupcake over here.
So we just wanted to give our support to Pastor Tommy McMurtry for all this nonsense and all these attacks that he's been getting, and just let people know that there are tons of students, even college students like myself, across America that stand with him against these faggots and pervert sympathizers.
And look, I understand completely that it's frustrating when a bunch of people on the internet make it harder for you to hold your homophobia festival, but look, there's a certain irony to complaints of censorship coming from guys who are calling for the execution of people they don't like.
Things haven't changed since Sodom and Gomorrah. They keep getting all bent out of shape, make America straight again. It never was straight. We know there have always been homos. We know they have always been around. We've read the book of Genesis. Okay. Nobody's saying they're never around, but there was a time when society, when our country saw them for what they were and they put them in their place 6 feet under.
And I promise, I do, that if Pastor Tommy McMurtry answers the question regarding his sexual attraction to pumpkins, I will be sure to present it here. There are many concerned voices in this conversation, human and pumpkin alike, and they deserve answers. They do. So, Tommy McMurtry, I ask you, in absolute honesty, are you sexually attracted to pumpkins?